The principle of democracy remains to be certainly one of the most difficult, complex, chaotic in itself, not necessarily because it is difficult in itself as a theory, as a subjective idea. It sounds good, positive, productive, but its actualization, its successful execution, application, exercise into real life conditions, both by the citizens, by the residents of the society of the country, as well as by their representatives, and most importantly by the politicians, by the leaders and rulers of the democratic government, that is very difficult, chaotic, and not easy at all, because once the people are elected, once the people inherit power and become leaders, they become something else entirely. They stop being representatives, worshippers, and upholders of morality, democratic values, liberalism, authenticity, groundedness, humility, humanity, and they become basically exploiters, manipulators of the citizens' weaknesses, shortcomings, deficiencies, vulnerabilities, and try to use and utilize all of our conditions, compulsions, circumstances to their advantage to establish so much control, condition, and enslavement over ourselves, and to domesticate us so much and in so many ways that ultimately we are tired, fatigued, exhausted. We can put to domestication. That is what the modern democracy does. So even the principle of plain normal democracy is difficult to actualize because it involves expression and distinction and unconditional freedom, independence, justice, equality for everyone. But democracy or the modern democratic leaders and the government thrives on division, disintegration, partiality, injustice, inequality, discrimination anyways, and everyone knows that without creating artificial problems, without basically imposing and enforcing upon ourselves superficial and unwanted problems and crises, the democratic government can neither be formed nor last, nor can it function, nor can it continue to remain in existence if there is no problems in our lives as citizens. So obviously, if the problems are resolved, or if the democratic government or the modern government gives us all the things which we need, which we deserve for happiness, success, prosperity, ambition in our lives, then there would be no reason for the existence and the continuation of the democratic government at all. And that's where the problems keep continuing in one way or another. And when it comes to liberal democracy, then that is much more difficult than democracy itself, because that involves liberalism, absolute expression of a culture, religion, practice, behavior, habit of any kind can be executed. So we cannot handle being a democracy. There is so much crisis, corruption, unemployment, partially in this society, but we won't be able